first question for you, just kind of in general, can you just tell me a little bit about kind of how this project came about, kind of what made you want to sign on to it and what stood out to you about this character?
Well, yeah. So I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I did a movie with Luc Besson called Anna,
Hmm.
and we had a really great experience, and I loved working with him. And he he made a promise that he would write something for me um, one day, and sure enough, he co-wrote this script with George Huang, and Weekend in Taipei came into my inbox, and it ticked every box imaginable. It had humor, it had heart, it had strong characters, really well developed characters, a lovely relationship situation going on, surprises. I knew that fight sequences within the Luc Besson world are always going to be explosive and brilliant because of the stunt department, who he's worked with for a very long time, and we were lucky enough to work with those people, and yeah, it's just a really fun, great story, brilliant action pieces. Taipei delivered on every level as a beautiful city that not everybody would know about. It's very unique. It looks very different.
Yeah.
These high rises and then these small little markets, and little alleyways. And we just used everything that Taipei had to offer. And it was just a great experience from start to finish.
Sure. No, definitely. And you can tell in the movie too. It looks so cool. Just the whole look of the city, exploring it and everything. I loved that part of it too.
Great.
Um, I wanted to ask you, I know you've been in a bunch of action movies over the years. You mentioned Anna. I know you've been in some big budgeter ones like The Hobbit and Dracula Untold. I'm just kind of curious how working on something like this compares to something like The Hobbit, because I know that probably has a lot of CGI and green screen, and this feels a lot
Yeah.
more intimate. Is it more intense? Is it harder?
No, it's not. It's not less hard or more difficult. I mean, every job comes with its own like bag of challenges, and
Mhm.
um, the same amount of work goes into delivering the final product. When on performance day, I put in weeks and weeks of rehearsal. Um, I was in Taipei before everybody else, rehearsing with the French stunt department
Oh,
and the
wow.
Taiwanese stunt guys with a translator in a room day after day after day, building the choreography until we finished it, and then we would rehearse the whole thing over and over and over until it became second nature.
Mm.
I would leave that room every day soaked to the skin, as did all the other stuntmen. It was a lot of work.
Oh,
So no, it didn't feel any different. The process. I also love when you do fight sequences that you make sure the character that you're playing is represented within the fight sequences. It's not like you stop, you do something crazy, and then you go back to your character. And I think that's what we did very well within these fight sequences. Is you see John Lawlor making decisions as he's going along. Okay, there's a wok, there's a blade, there's a flame, and I need a glass of water. Like it's him, it's who he is, and I love the fact that I was allowed to bring the personality of John to the fight sequences. It wasn't just explosive fights. It's still part of the story.